All right, we're gonna do some taping. Alright, I kept washing dirt out. This bumper is so full of dirt and cold water. So when the tape is gone, I need to do a little caulking, and then there's a nice little dink here. Need to patch. So let's see. I just got to remove these bolts here. From both sides. Good times, good times. Alright, so you're gonna pull your two bolts, take your front nose piece off. There's all kinds of critters living under here. And then you got pop rivets. You're gonna have to drill them out. And then once you do that, you should be able to just pop it loose and poke it through. Just like that. You know, we'll worry about digging out that little pop rivet later. So this side pop just like that. And we're loose. There's our little nose piece. It's actually, I guess it's bronze. Oh, pretty much that just fell right on off. And I just got to get the pop rivet on the back now. I figure I'll hit this whole thing up with some Armor All. Gonna put a little life back into the rubber. I know it's kind of dry rotted in some spots. And then I've done this before on my other Com-Pac. The trick is getting it back on because you gotta stretch it a little bit. So the thing is kind of pick a nice hot sunny day, let it sit out in the sun. Then you're gonna want to re-secure one end with the pop rivet again or a screw, and put it on and stretch it. So bolts loosened. Pull your bolt out like that. Ooh, that comes off like that. Ugh, like a messy mess. Drill out your pop rivets. We'll deal with that pop rivet later. So now we just gotta pull all these yummies off. So nice. So what I noticed is, like, if you can notice that I'm squeezing that and water's coming out of there. So obviously water can get in. Anyway, right there. So I'm going to go ahead, get all this tape off, scrub it all, get it all cleaned, and then we'll look at caulking. And then we're going to put new duct tape on. All right, one side done. All the tape's off, and the clumps of caulk that were on I scraped off. Dirt scrubbed off, and so this needs to just dry now for a couple days, and then I will hit up like these little holes and cracks and any loose spots in the lamination here where the cavity and the hole come together. Oh, and I got to take the stern off too. Don't want to forget about that. Alright, it's all nice and dry and clean. And these are all the areas I got to caulk up. This hole here. All this separation here. I'm going to fill all of that with 5200. So we're just going to hit this whole thing up. Sploosh it all right in there. Alright, we got the starboard side done. And we're about halfway around the stern. So we're jumping to the other side now. And then basically we're going to let this cure up. Then any of these little drippings that are hanging, I'm just going to trim off. Then we'll wrap that with tape again like they had it. And then we'll put our rub rail back on. So there's a quick warning shot before the sun comes up. This way, by the time the end of the day when I get home, it's hard to get a good video shot here with the sun, but still a little tacky. Alright, got my Gorilla Tape. Let's see if this will work. The cutting tool for today is my Leatherman Juice. This is the one that comes with the scissors. But short piece. Centering it up. And then just press it in. If I went with too long of a piece, then it starts curving and it's just going to get all wrinkly on you. And so I'm just starting from the stern, working forward, figuring this way they're overlapping this way. The water coming down this way, kind of, you know, it's lapped that direction. Water, the bow kind of curves up, so most water that gets behind your bumper is going to run this way. Actually, it all kind of funnels right here. This was the dirtiest spot and the most delamination in the seam, because this is probably where water always falls off the boat. Because I had the trailer jacked up and everything leveled out pretty good. So it's pretty much probably pretty close to how it sits when it's floating. Unless you have it loaded with a lot of gear, throwing it off. Gorilla Tape is heavy duty stuff. I have a feeling when this was originally done, probably right after the two halves were put together and the caulk oozed out, they just quick slapped the tape on it to help kind of hold it all in. But that's basically it. Real exciting stuff, so I'm gonna keep at it and save you the boring, tedious stuff. I did cut some of this. I might have to do a little more. I have to do a little more trimming. I don't want to have any big blobs holding up my duct tape. And then I'm going to have to clean up all the white pieces I dropped all over the driveway. Alright, I'm going to keep going. Alright, we're going to give it a try. This is the worst part because you can see I'm 6 inches short. So I'm kind of giving this a try. I'm not really ready to do this today. I was just supposed to tape, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Because usually you really need to warm this up to be able to stretch it. I mean, I might have to wait for the weekend, let it sit out in the sun for an hour or so. Worst case is I could heat it up with the heat gun, but then I'd be worried about overheating it. I'll try to send them kids. I yanked it too hard. I even bent the nail I had in the front. But I think I was on to something. I never had the right tool with me when I need it. The hammer that's on this end when I need it on this end. Get right there. One of the main tricks is to have what you need pre-positioned. Right now I don't. Probably not something good to start at the end of a work day. But now I'm curious. So the rivet hole is just this front one. It doesn't go all the way through, it just goes through the flange. So now I went right through. This is where a bolt goes when I put the cap back on. So we just put the giant 16 penny nail right through there. That shouldn't pull out this time. Shouldn't. Don't drop it. gate's killing me. I think this is going to be a two-man project. Just saying. Basically, that's what it's going to look like when it's done. I just need to stretch it to connect it in the proper place in the stern. So I think I'm going to go back to finishing my taping on the port side, and I'm either going to try heating this up with the just a hair dryer. But I do have a heat gun too. But the heat gun, you gotta watch out you don't overheat it. But I still would have to heat it and stretch it. I'm just thinking. I knew this was gonna be the pain in the neck part. That's why I was really hesitant to pull it off. But we did it, and here we are. We'll get it. It's just gonna, it's not gonna happen, the hour before dinner time. So I'll have to spend some time on a weekend with it. I think I'm gonna leave. I like to get the other side taped and get the other one at least on. At least it's back up on the boat instead of laying on the ground. So I'm gonna finish taping, and then we'll try the rubber rail reconnect in another day. All right. Thanks for watching. So remember, if you're going to pull your rub rail off your Com-Pac, don't do it in the dead of winter. You'll never get it back on.